worry about it. Let me explain something to white people. Our hair comes out of our head naturally in a curly pattern. So when we're straightening it to follow your beauty standards, we are trapped by the straightness. That's why so many of us can't swim and we run away from the water. People won't go to the gym because we're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all. It is exhausting and it's so expensive and it takes up so much time. Braids are for y'all so we can work harder and focus on the work. So why do we need an act, an act of law to tell white folks to get out of our hair? Don't tell me how to wear my hair. Don't wonder about it. Don't touch it. Just don't.
So Michelle Obama is currently under fire for telling white people to leave black women hair alone, guys. I have never seen this kind of backlash before from white people and everybody dragging Michelle Obama, saying that she's trying to divide America. I will let you watch the reaction of white people, and even a lot of black people are also going after her. I'll give you my own opinion at the end of the video, but let's first of all see the reaction of white people. Then we'll watch the reaction of black people who were against her or who are against her. Then I will show you the people who are supporting her and what they are saying. Then later I will give you my own opinion. Let's go.
Nobody hates on white people more than Michelle Obama. Here's her latest, talking about hair. So she's suggesting here that only white people set beauty standards. I call some bullshit on that. And two, white people are trapping black people because they straighten their hair. The racism and the divisiveness coming out of her mouth never ceases to shock me. None of the black people that I personally know feel trapped because of the way they decide to style their hair. So I am genuinely curious. Are there any black people out there that are feeling trapped and oppressed because they straighten their hair or feel like they have to straighten their hair? Anyone? Just drop it in the comments. I'm curious.
She mentioned it again on, let me see. Yeah, it's SOT 21. Here she is again, more on the hair. This is with Robin Roberts.
That was intentional. But it was like having me, the former first lady, a black woman, show up in the world in her natural hair. Even if I didn't do it for those 8 years, I understood the importance of doing it at some point and signaling a message to young girls and to professionals out there. Stay out of our hair, you know? We're just trying to get to work and do it fast and efficiently. Don't tell a black woman how to wear her hair. How I wear my hair should be my choice. And it shouldn't be illegal. It shouldn't be something that can't be done if you're part of the military.
And what? Oh, so it's a black woman who you can't tell how to wear her hair. Can you tell the white women? How about the Asians? The Indian women. How about Indian women? They have very thick hair. A lot of times it's curly, it gets unruly. I'm sure they have to do the irons just like you, Michelle. Just like white women do too. By the way, I've burned my hair to the high heavens with those irons. Like, who is she fucking kidding? Everything is about poor boo fucking who Michelle Obama, and especially when you get her on the topic of race. It's nonstop.
Hey, Michelle, it's Jill. One of those women that you say straightens their hair just to appeal to the white aesthetic. Have you ever thought that maybe it's just preference? I have 3 daughters, all of which have beautiful, curly, very, very curly hair. Some straighten it, others don't. It's preference. It's not a racial divide. And when you are in a position of power, as you are in, and you use that position to further divide a people that should be united as Americans because of their hair texture, it's quite the stance, isn't it, Michelle? The difference between you and I is that I straighten my hair at home by myself with my own hairdryer and products. I don't have a whole glam squad doing it for me, dressing me, putting my makeup on, making my hair look perfect. because of preference. Just thought that we should meet and that we should have this discussion. And anyone else that thinks this is ludicrous can chime in here too. Maybe it's time to stop complaining and start being grateful for the life you've been given.
Michelle Obama, I'd like to have a conversation with you, and everyone else can just scroll. Straightening your hair is not a beauty standard that we are putting forward. I don't remember a response card coming into the mail asking my opinion. And I'm sorry that after you straighten your hair that you can't go swimming or you're unable to sweat. But I just watched you in an interview, and I found the whole exchange a little disturbing. Whether you wear your hair straight, curly, in a bun, in ponytails, in the Princess Leia buns, I could care less. And I believe most people could care less also. Definitely not on my 2025 bingo card as to how you wear your hair, or anyone else for that matter. And that's all I'm going to say about that. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and watch Michelle Obama's interview about straightening her hair. Let me know if you think it's bizarre or if it's just me.
Honestly, I hate it when black women hair is the topic of discussion. Honestly, I don't care if it is for positive or negative. I just want people to stop talking about black women hair because it is increasing insecurity in black girls, especially young black girls. And to my greatest surprise, a lot of black women don't like what Michelle Obama said. A lot of people were dragging her in the comment section. Even as I make this video, people are still making response video, calling her out, calling her divisive, saying that she wants to divide America, that she always play race card. A lot of people say that they were never influenced by whites to straighten their hair. Like, there's a lot of discussion. This is just why I want to bring this here. If you know that I have talked a lot about black women beauty and also black women hair, and it is not new thing that people often talk about black women hair. I don't know about America and the corporate area of America, but people often talk about black women hair, and it is not just white women. If we are being honest, it is not just white people. People often drag black women hair. I don't know why she targeted white people alone, but people are not taking it lightly with her. Let me let you watch black people who are dragging her up and down.
So black women, you are monolith. Michelle Obama said so in her interview with Tracee Ellis Ross. She said that black women have to straighten their hair because they have to fit into white America's beauty standard. This is interesting because she was saying when she was first lady, she couldn't wear her hair in braids or any type of black hairstyles because it wouldn't have been accepted. So she's saying that that was her experience when she was the first lady. The interesting part, the big contradiction was she's sitting in this interview where she's not the first lady and her hair is straightened. So for all of the women who are coming on the internet saying that black people are not a monolith, well, Michelle Obama said you are. She spoke on your behalf. She said black women's hair grows naturally coily out of their head. She said she wants white people to stop asking about their hair, stop looking at their hair, and stop asking if they can touch their hair. All of everybody, don't look at our hair. Don't ask to touch it. No, because the only reason why we straighten it is because we're trying to fit into your America. While she's sitting there with her hair straightened. Yeah. So my question is, who told her when she was the first lady of the United States of America, she couldn't wear her hair in braids? I mean, did someone tell her that? Because how do you tell the first lady how to wear her hair? And I know you guys are going to come in the comments and say it's because of some standard and it's the expectation. And that's why they had to write that Crown Act bill, because black women are always being discriminated against their hair in corporate America, blah, blah, blah. That's not true for me. So what she should have done is she should have spoke from her own experience, from her own perception, her own perspective. What gave her the right to go and have an interview and tell and speak for every black woman who straightens or doesn't straighten their hair? I don't straighten my hair. My hair grows curly out my head and I put it in a braid and it dries and then I flat iron it. I don't blow dry it. But sometimes I wear my hair curly. Look at videos. You'll see my hair curly. I wear my hair straight or curly because I want to. And I was in corporate America for over 30 years. And never once did I not get a job because of my hair. Never once was I asked to change my hair. Never. And I was senior level. I reported to CEOs. So that narrative, I don't know where that came from, but I would imagine it has some validity to it. I'm for sure it does. But everyone's experience is their own experience. So she's saying her experience was she couldn't wear her hair in braids. No one told her that she couldn't, but she couldn't. So that's her perception. But for her to get in an interview with Tracee Ellis Ross promoting her book, The Look, and speaking for all black women, telling people don't look at our hair, don't ask about our hair, stay out of our hair. First of all, that's kind of immature. Second of all, why is she still talking? She has a podcast where she's just like throwing her husband under the bus every chance she gets. Why is she still talking and why are people still listening to her? So for all of the women who want to go on and make videos about how black people and black women are not a monolith, well, not according to Michelle Obama. She says you are. She wants people to stay out of your hair because, yeah, it's not your place. Stay out of your hair. And then she spoke about running for president. Tracee asked her about running for president, and she said that the United States of America is not ready for a female president and to leave her alone. Don't waste her time. First of all, who's asking her? No one wants her to be the president. No one wanted the other one to be the president, the one who was saying she was African American but really wasn't. Yeah, it's not that we're not ready. We're not ready for people who like to have conversations and spread narratives that create division and separation, because that's what that conversation is. So now all of the black women who look up to Michelle Obama, the younger ones, are going to take what she says for Bible, and then they're going to make that their reality. So they're going to go somewhere and they're going to be like, oh, I didn't get the job, or I didn't get this, whatever it is, because of my hair. I have to straighten my hair to get whatever it is. That's not true. You don't have to, you can wear your hair however you want to. As long as it's neat, who cares?
Trying to keep our hair straight for y'all.
Michelle, respectfully, no one cares. No white person is obsessing over your hair and what you do with it. This is the race divide that is currently existing. Mind you, this is the prior First Lady of the United States, dividing America based on race. No one cares. Stop blaming white people for all of your problems, okay? This victimhood that you're creating, it's mind-boggling, truly. If you want your hair straight, then so be it. If you don't blame white people for having straight hair. The reason that people can't swim, maybe that's because there weren't enough fathers in the home. I don't know. You're blaming a perm as the reason that black people don't go to the gym. No, maybe because it's laziness. This lack of accountability is just beyond me, truly. Just take responsibility. If you want straight hair, then have straight hair. You're a grown adult woman. But to sit here and say, dear white people, you're the reason for my problems, your hair? What are you talking about? You have time and money. You're on a book tour. If you want natural hair to go swimming and go to the gym, then wear your natural hair that the Lord gave you. But don't sit here and say, white people, stop asking us questions. Maybe people are asking questions because they're genuinely curious. Stop taking offense when someone asks a question and they don't know the answer. You're perpetuating the reason that a lot of white people don't even go up to black people and compliment them because they're gonna get judged. I've never seen people more obsessed with race than liberals. White people don't even have naturally straight hair, all of them. Many of them have curly hair, many of them have wavy hair. And why only white people? There's Asian, there's Native American, there's so many other races. Why are you picking out white people? Stop creating this racial divide.
Good morning. I hope you got your coffee because we're about to have a conversation. So I have a book recommendation, The Science of Black Hair, that I do hope you read after this conversation. So Coco Chanel 5 decided to go on Threads and say, Dear Michelle Obama. She messed up right there. Newsflash, black women do not straighten their hair because of white people's beauty standards. As a curly natural myself, most black women straighten their hair because they choose to and it's easier to manage for them. Let's drop the narrative that we do anything for the white beauty standard. black women are the true beauty standard, why get on stage and say that nonsense? To make matters worse, India Ari has entered the chat because she was tagged multiple times in this conversation for good reason. But the young lady said she had to Google who India Ari was in a conversation about hair, black hair discrimination, and white beauty standards, and she had to Google who India Ari was. That wasn't solely the issue, but the fact that she continued to go down a rabbit hole about being loud and wrong about this conversation after multiple people have tried to educate her about how she was wrong just did it in for me. And then she decided to say she's a curl specialist. How are you a curl specialist and not know the history of black hair in this country and who India Ari was? Just Jesus. It becomes a problem when you get to live in the benefit of people's struggle and fight and be dismissive about the work that they did to get you to this point. At a time where Black American history is being banned across this country, you have access to Google to not only search who India Ari was, but to actually learn about why hair beauty standards are white in this country and what black people have had to fight for in order to not be discriminated against to wear their hair the way that it grows out of their scalp in any form they choose. Not knowing that it was illegal for black women to wear our hair the way that it grows out of our scalp and had to cover it up because of Teon laws in Louisiana in 1789, claiming that you're a curl specialist should be a crime. Not knowing that the Crown Act of 2022 passed the House and failed in the Senate because people did not care enough about the hair discrimination that black people face for wearing the hair that grows out of their scalp the way that they choose, should also be a crime. It gets to a point where you have to ask yourself, are people actually teachable and willing to learn, or do they want to be loud and wrong about actual history before making comments? This young lady is still going, and she is trending with India Ari and Michelle Obama because of her ignorance about black hair and claiming to be a curl specialist. Girl, if you take nothing else from this video, take this. You are living in the results of the work of your ancestors. This didn't just come out of thin air. People worked hard to make sure that you have the possibilities that you have now. You get to walk into wherever you go with your hair however you want to, because someone actually fought to be able to do that for you. The same can be said about any other practice for Black Americans in this country. You get to be free because of someone else's fight. Let that sink in. And stop being loud and wrong when people offer you correction. Take that shit in on the chin and learn something.
So former First Lady Michelle Obama talking about the history behind natural hair, braids, and the pressure Black women have faced to conform to white beauty standards. But that somehow turned into a young Black woman on Threads declaring that none of that ever happened. So let's clear this up, because obviously the confidence is louder than the facts. Younger Black women really think straightening hair has always been some carefree personal choice. That's cute, but it's not true. Those who lived through school dress codes, workplace policies, and just straight up discrimination know exactly why so many kept their hair pressed. It wasn't about chasing whiteness. It was about survival, stability, and staying employed. There were hospitals that wrote nurses up for afros. Corporate offices banned braids and locks under professionalism. Students were sent home because their natural hair violated policy. Applicants were told to come back when your hair is neat. And the problem is, it didn't stop. People are still being disciplined, still being denied opportunities, still being policed for the texture that grows out of their head. So this isn't ancient history. It's just invisible to folks who live in a bubble of privilege and assume their personal experience is the whole world. Former First Lady Obama wasn't saying Black women don't have agency. She was saying many didn't have the freedom younger women enjoy now. That's not an insult. That's lived history. And pretending acknowledging it somehow centers white beauty standards completely misses the point. Older Black women pushed until laws had to be written to protect our hair. They made it possible for twist outs, braids, and coils to show up at work without HR acting confused. So when a former First Lady speaks on that history, it's not nonsense, it's the truth. And erasing it doesn't empower anyone. It just erases the women who made today possible. So if we can't stand for each other, at least respect the path that got you here.
Michelle Obama, Auntie Michelle, come to the front, come to the front. Michelle Obama tells white people to get the hell out of our hair, and some white people lose their godforsaken minds. You know what? This level of pettiness, rooted in authenticity, ring-fenced by truth, and barbed wired with I don't give a rat's ass, is the pettiness I live for. People, and you know, it's not so much what she said, but it is how she said it that really pisses them off. I love it.
Worry about it. Let me explain something to white people. Our hair comes out of our head naturally in a curly pattern. So when we're straightening it to follow your beauty standards, we are trapped by the straightness. That's why so many of us can't swim and we run away from the water. People won't go to the gym because we're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all. It is exhausting and it's so expensive and it takes up so much time. Braids are for y'all so we can work harder and focus on the work. So why do we need an act?
Exactly.
An act of law to tell white folks to get out of our hair. Don't tell me how to wear my hair. Don't wonder about it. Don't touch it. Just don't.
Auntie Michelle has jokes. We love to see it. But where is the lie? Where is the freaking lie? Tell me. She's absolutely spot on. Don't tell us how to wear our hair. Don't touch our freaking hair. And enough with your goddamn curiosity about our hair when you've lived side by side with us for centuries. They don't like Auntie Michelle spoke the truth, the sassiness with which she spoke the truth, and the uppityness with which she delivered it. These white people will have you believe that no, this isn't true. It's bullshit. Because if white people were not so in our hair, why are black people and why have black people been fired from jobs for having ethnically styled hair? Why is it that black people are not offered jobs because of their ethnically styled hair? All in the name of it doesn't meet our professional white standards. Why is it that our black children are kicked out of school in the US and in the United Kingdom for wearing ethnically styled hair like dreads, cornrow, and braids? It is because white people want to control how we look, what we say, and how we express ourselves. They think that any form of expression is a form of protest. It is a form of protest because we demand to be us in the beauty and brilliance of our black identity. Can you remember when I said this during my TEDx talk?
Everything seems to be for grabs. Everything about us seems to be called for judgment. Even our hair. You get the, it's not very professional. Or you get the, it's not very tidy. Or get this one. It's just too versatile. You change your hair too much. Are you paying for it?
I see some of you racist dumbasses and racial gatekeeping fools are abusing Auntie Michelle, claiming she's faking victimhood and lying about white supremacy standards on black hair, all on the basis that she was black first lady. Come closer so I can slap some sense into your head. The only reason Michelle Obama is the first black first lady and her husband Barack Obama is the first black president is because of white supremacy. The United States has existed for 249 years, but it took till 2009 for there to be a black president. And we've all seen what white America has done since its first black president. It went MAGA. Let me just explain something to you. The existence of black accomplishment, black success, black growth is not evidence that racism does not exist. It's not evidence that white supremacy does not exist. It is evidence of black resilience, black strength, and black excellence in spite of the racism. Because no matter what you throw at us, we shall overcome.
I'm sorry, white woman, but sometimes I am wary of you guys because why are white women on Twitter like trying to insert themselves into black women in their natural hair? There's a video about Michelle Obama, and she was talking about how a lot of black women had to assimilate to white beauty standards, and that's why a lot of us, straighten our hair and things like that. And white men are just like, oh, well, I have curly hair and I've never needed to straighten my hair to, like, not feel discriminated against and blah, blah. And it's like, girl, look at my hair and then look at your hair. Like y'all are white and can put in box braids and go to work like that. And nobody will say shit. Like, even when we have our hair done in braids, somebody's gonna comment, especially women. Oh, you got your hair done. You got your, like, oh God, you don't have to fucking deal with that. Like, even if you just, like, I would change my hair at work, and some white person would always make a comment, like, can you, like, oh my God. It's like, why can't you understand that our hair is not the same as your hair? Y'all don't even know what a hot comb is. Y'all didn't have to sit in a chair when you were a child getting your hair pressed and then have to deal with it puffing up at school because of gym and water and whatever else, and having to feel, be self-conscious about your hair, especially growing up in an all-white environment. Like, I just don't understand. Y'all don't understand, and that's okay, but don't act like your curly hair is the same as our curly hair, because it's not. I know some white women can have like very kinky hair, but that's like very few percent of white women really have that. Them I can maybe understand if they said something like that, or saying they could relate to our experience. But other white women, they're talking about curly hair, and they're talking about like 2A, 2C hair. Like, that's nothing like what we're talking about. And it's just like, damn.
One thing I notice about black women, or the younger generation of black women, is that a lot of people don't know history, and a lot of people don't even want to go back to history. But one thing is for sure, a lot of black women just want to live their life, be able to make friends with all people from all race, and also live an amicable life without anybody coming in or talking about division or saying anything that can divide them, or that can make black people seem as if we complain too much. I feel like that is the reason why a lot of people are dragging her, calling her out, saying that no, I was never influenced by white people to make my hair. And also, I saw a lot of Africans on the trend. The reason why I don't want to put a lot of videos from Africans is because of the fact that Michelle Obama spoke on American. She did not speak on all black people or all black women in general, at least from what I know, because she's speaking as an American. And when we Africans come and insert ourselves in American politics, it is very, very important that we understand that we do not have the same history. We do not experience the same thing. Though we are all black people who have the same hair, but we do not experience the same thing. I was never influenced by a white person to palm my hair. The reason why I palm my hair is because I cannot maintain my kinky hair. That is the reason why I palm my hair. Again, there are a lot of people who this thing Michelle Obama said have affected in America. At least if we go back, if we track it back, there are a lot of people who this whole hair thing have affected. Look at the video that girl made, and she showed a lot of books. Yes, go and read those books, you understand. I feel like a lot of things that Black Americans experience in America, it is written. A lot of people wrote book about it. You can Google it and search it before you come and give your opinion. I genuinely feel like if we Africans are giving our opinion in everything that concern American and Black American women, or concern Black women, when it is coming from American soil, we should always understand that racism comes from America, and also we don't understand a lot of things. We do not experience the same thing with Black Americans or Black people in America. It is very important to bear that in mind before we go on and be like as if we are so superior. And this is the reason why I feel like a lot of Black Americans or a lot of Americans are feeling that we Africans are romanticizing white supremacy, and also we are worshiping white supremacy. We will choose to stand by white people instead of understanding the struggle of Black people in America. And I want to be that person that is not standing on any side, right? I love white people, I love Black people. I want us to be in peace. I want us to live together. I want us to coexist. I love a lot of white people. I cannot hate white people because I'm a Black person, and I will not say because I do not hate white people that any other person should take from me. Yeah, this is me. This is my own personal opinion. I love talking about Black women issue, but I want to keep it respectfully. I do not want to disrespect Black Americans, and I also do not want to disrespect white people. But one thing is for sure, people are still going after Black women hair. People are still dragging Black women for wearing wigs. People are still insulting Black women for wearing wigs. If you go shake it, it is still everywhere. People are still making mockery of Black women for wearing wigs. A lot of people, a lot of non-Black people, I'm talking about young girls, will look at you and you're wearing wigs, and they know that that is not your hair. They will come and be like, is it your hair? Some people will even want to drag it from your hair. So that is disrespectful, right? I feel like this issue of Black women hair, people should just leave it alone. People should let Black women be. Black men especially should let Black women be. And other people who are always dragging Black women for their hair, let Black women do their hair the way they want to do it. I went live the other day and I talk about how Black women who are on natural hair journey always drag other Black women who do not want to do natural hair. And that is a thing. If you go on YouTube here, you see a lot of Black women who are on natural hair journey, who want to wear kinky wig, always want to tell me that I love wearing straight wig, don't love myself. It is self-hate. That is the reason why I am palming my hair. That is the reason why if I want to go buy wig, I'll buy straight wig. I hope all those things, all those narratives you guys are creating, you guys should stop it. You guys should let Black women do whatever they want to do with their hair. The discussion on Black women hair should end. Whether it is coming from Black women, whether it is coming from white women, whether it is coming from anybody, discussion on Black women hair should end. I do not see anybody, any other race being dragged for their hair, or the way they do their hair, the way people drag Black women for their hair. Please, the discussion on Black women hair should end. But guys, I want to know what you think in the comment section.